Thanks for joining Earth Radio. Today we've got Gregory from Dapp University explaining gas fees and how Layer 2 scaling solutions can benefit Ethereum users. If you like our summary videos, check out the Earth experiment at earth.io.
Why do you have to pay gas fees on Ethereum? Well, because gas secures the blockchain. So anytime that you want to send a transaction, send cryptocurrency around, interact with the smart contract, you have to pay a fee in order to do that. That prevents spam on the network. It basically keeps unwanted activity off the chain. And it also pays a fee to the miners right now on Ethereum 1.0 who help secure the chain. And that'll change whenever we go to Ethereum 2.0. So the gas fee or the transaction fee that you see whenever you go confirm your transaction is affected by two things. So the gas price and also the price of Ethereum. So let me explain. So let's say you want to do a simple transaction like just send Ethereum from one account to another, or Ether. All right. So that transaction will always cost you 21,000 units of gas. All right. That's just the gas cost. That's not the Ethereum cost, the Ether cost. Gas is an abstract unit that's always the same for this transaction, no matter what happens to the price of Ethereum, no matter what happens to the network. So how you determine the actual transaction fee is affected by two other things. The gas price. So you can go here and look at like ETH gas station. So it'll show you the gas prices like 175. This is GWE. So you multiply that by the actual gas cost itself to get the amount of Ether that you have to pay for the transaction. Okay. So then you take that one step further and you multiply this by the price of Ether to get the actual dollar amount that you pay whenever you're sending this transaction around. So in summary, the gas cost is always the same, but then you multiply it by the gas price and then also the Ether price. So you can get on a transaction calculator like on ETH gas station and see how much this transaction would cost at different levels. So you could do, at 250 GWE, at the current Ethereum price, will be 0.005 Ether. And just assume Ether's trading at, let's say, $1,800. Multiply that by this number, and that would be $9.45 in US dollar for that particular transaction. And so these are the two big factors that are driving up the high prices on Ethereum right now. And this is what's causing a lot of people frustration and honestly a lot of fear. They're worried like, hey, people are just going to stop using Ethereum. Something else is going to creep in and like take over because it's basically unusable for small players. Well, first you have to stop back and think counterintuitively. The transaction costs are actually a reflection of demand. So people want to buy Ether. That's making the Ethereum price go up. And then people actually want to use the network. That's why the gas prices are high in the first place. So if you see gas, at like 250 GWE, that's because there's more demand on the network at that time. Will it weed out certain people from using it? Absolutely will. Will it drown out certain use cases? Yes. And do I want those things to happen? No. And that's layer 2 scaling solutions. So really quickly, like how does layer 2 work? Well, let's first look at layer 1. So if you're using Ethereum right now on Ethereum 1.0, you are using layer 1 Ethereum. This is the base chain where all the activity is happening right now. This is where the gas fees are expensive, but we can introduce a second layer on top of this that derives its security from layer 1 to help some of the scaling pains, reduce the transaction costs and also to increase the speed. That's what people mean by layer 2 scaling solutions. There's lots of different ones out there, okay? There are many different approaches to implementing this, but let's start with one that I think is really close to mainnet adoption right now. That's optimistic rollups. So this is a scaling solution. It's live right now on Synthetics. So if you're not familiar with what that is, it's an Ethereum dApp powered by smart contracts that acts as a liquidity protocol for derivatives trading. So Synthetics has implemented optimistic Ethereum layer 2 into their staking. It's live right now on the mainnet, and it's just a matter of time before this solution gets more deeply embedded into this particular protocol and probably also other protocols. Because I think optimistic rollups could be a leading layer 2 scaling solution for Ethereum and would not surprise me at all if we start seeing this show up in other dApps as Synthetics does it successfully.